key stock. So we can probably use this as spacer natin. We also have this uh, MS plate, mild steel plate. Yeah, around 7.75. So I can also use this one or this. How do you decide, right? So you have to think about it sometimes for a long time. Sometimes I call this like a mini decision point. Throughout your design phase, you have to decide and you have to stick to that decision. And those decisions will have effect later on in your design phase and probably in the actual function of your product. So how do you do that? So maraming mga different methods, may mga tools, pwede kang gumawa ng matrix. Just to give you an example, I will choose this. Yan. Why? Because if I choose this, I just have to cut it in this way. Yan, gagrind ko lang siya dyan, mapuputol na siya. So that's like a short distance as compared if I cut this one. Yan. If I cut it, I have to cut it na mas mahabang way. So my decision is based on fabrication. 4.5 plus 12.7. It will not have significant effect on the function. Yan, 12.7. So that will be the spacer. So later we can, you know, pattern that. But basically, pattern na natin ngayon para tapos na. Bodies to pattern will be this. Tapos maybe 4 should be okay. Yan. Siguro 100. So 4 spacers. Probably we can make the screws pass through the spacer rin. We can also do that. Check. Yan, butas na sila. Okay, so check rin because sometimes baka this will have interference in this. So how will you tighten it with the nut? Unless that you make this a threaded, but I don't want to do that. Just nut should be okay. Balikan natin yung length. How long is this? So that means I can fit a sheet metal from that point to that point. 330. Enough na ba yun? Is 330 enough? Parang it's quite small about that. Maybe it's nice to have a bender na a bit longer. Maybe we can try 400. Ako, isipin nyo na naman, we're gonna do it all over again. No. What I did was to all use up to surface. So that means if I just change one, example, this one, let's say I make it 600, everything will just follow. Bam! See? Well, except for this one. Madali na rin yun siya i-change kasi I did not change this to up to surface. It's very easy to to do. Up to surface or offset from surface. Yeah. Offset siya from there of maybe 5 mm. Yeah, meron siyang 5 mm na gap. That should be fine. The issue is wala siyang reference on the other side. So probably we can just use this instead of that as the reference. Ito. And probably a gap of 35 should be okay. Yan. And do the same on the other side. Direction 2 up to surface, this surface, and again offset from surface and 35 mm. And then check. And even the ito lang, hindi nag-change yung nila, spacing. I mean, I have to modify the pattern. So, ito lang, medyo, this is quite annoying kasi I always do this, parang meron siyang up to reference. Ano kaya to? Let's try to use that nga. Baka naman that's gonna help me do things. I think it did. Up to reference, centroid, selected reference. What does that mean? Set number of instances. Oh, yan, pwede pala oh. This is my first. Pero nasa sentro siya. Maybe selected reference. Centroid. Ano to? Offset distance. 3.65. 6.35. Try natin. Yun! Wow! That's nice. At least whenever I adjust this, automatic, it will all adjust. See, something new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lima pala. But I don't want 5. I want 4. Yan, pwede rin. Perfect. Just perfect. Tapos sakto yung butas. See? Isn't that nice? You know, learning something new every day. Medyo concerned lang ako dito. This will going to have a weld. And baka the weld will interfere with the nut here. Maybe we have to adjust that a bit, which is fairly easy naman. So again, ito, papansin nyo, adjust ka ng adjust. This is normal. Yan. Gawin natin, let's say, 16. So, example, ito, I've been, di ba parang, I've been adjusting many things all the time. But the good thing is, my adjustment doesn't cost anything. It will just cost me, a little bit of time, 5 minutes or something. Imagine if you start fabricating this already without even considering all of this. Di mag-a-adjust ka bigla. Naku, may sabit yung nut dito. Patay. Paano mo gawin? Babutasan mo lahat sila agad. So this is the good thing about CAD. And this is why you do CAD. Because you want to consider all possible design iterations. When you start fabrication and then you experience errors, parang may sabit. There's only one reason for that. The design is flawed. Palpak yung design. That's why you have to consider everything as much as possible during your design phase so that all of those possible errors might be avoided. But of course, hindi naman tayo perfect. Sometimes meron talaga mga error. Yan. So, what's next? So, okay na tayo sa spacing. Yan. So, isip-isip lang. Ganun talaga sa design. Okay. May naisip na ako. We need to clamp down the sheet metal, right? So, again, I'm using the same angle bar up to surface. Let's say up to this point. So, magka-clamp siya na hanggang dyan. I-color code natin kasi na-confuse na ako. Ayan, sabit pala siya dito. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Mali yung aking naisip. So, mabuti na lang sa CAD siya nangyari. Imagine nyo kung fina-fabricate nyo na ito. I-color code ko lang itong sheet metal para hindi tayo ma-confuse. Yellow daw kunwari yung sheet metal. Tapos i-color code ko na rin yung mga spacer. Tsaka ito, green, red naman, o kaya orange. Yan, orange na lang. Okay na yung orange, o kaya brown. Hindi orange. So, sige, may issue tayo na yung clamp. Kasi my plan is, the clamp for the sheet metal will be screwed dito sa area na to. So, may screw dyan na bumababa. Na ako dito sa bearing na to. I-hide ko nga muna siya. Yan. So, magi-interfere siya dito, right? So, what do we do? So, ganyan siya, right? So, it will not interfere. So, you can make like nakasara na sheet metal work. Ang challenge pala ito. Pag binend natin, hindi siya dito magbe-bend. Hindi siya magbe-bend dito sa pivot point. Dito. Kasi kailangan itong edge na ito, nakasakto siya dito. So, kailangan talaga maglagay ng some kind of spacer. Yeah. Or, gumamit tayo ng 1 1/2, tapos putulin natin siya dito. Pwede rin. Siguro yun yung pinakamadali. Yeah, sige. Ganun na lang para matapos na nga. So, adjust ko ito siya. 1 1/2, 38. Pero hindi ko na baguhin yung thickness. Gusto ko kasi siya na medyo manipis lang eh. So, ito yung sinasabi ko mag-i-inter. So, we can just simply cut that siguro. I'll do that right now. Ganyan. So, hindi na siya mag-i-interfere. And simply, last but not the least, lagay tayo ng screw dito para sa clamping. So, let's try 10 mm. I have a 10 mm screw. So, yun ang gamitin natin. Threaded dapat yung bottom portion. We extrude, cut that. Pati ito, butas rin. Yan, tsaka yan. And then, up to surface, nito. Check. Yan. So, ito pwedeng threaded. Tapos yan, butas lang. Yan. So, okay na yung length na 200. Yan. So, green din dapat itong dalawang pieces na yan. So, let's just make that green para alam natin that it is welded to the rotating element. Ito yata yung green na ginamit ko. Yan. So, it's green. And then, this one, we can also color code that kasi it's another component. It's not welded to anything. Maybe this could be red. Yan. Mirror. Bodies to mirror. Ito. Even yung shafting yata, i-mirror din. Ano pa? Yan, okay na. Yan, so it will gonna look like something like this, yung ating bender. I will just improve this a little. The elements here, yung mga parts na ginawa natin, we can, maybe later I can show you kung paano sila i-hiwalay into different parts, different files. Tapos, from there, you will use those part files, solid model, three-dimensional solid models of your component or part, and then make an engineering drawing out of it that can be printed in a sheet of paper. Okay, so ayusin ko lang siya. I'll just tweak this a little, improve the design a little bit, and then I'll show you the end result. Okay.